Hello there, everyone. Thank you for being here with me. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to spend with me. It's appreciated. My name is Alicia, and this is Now We Rise. I just want to touch on a topic and to draw the cards on an issue as it relates to abuse of our chosen ones. We find that, well, I find that, I know you can relate, that there are majority of the time the chosen ones are usually abused, verbally abused, sexual abuse, you know, just total overall abuse. And I just want to tap into this energy. I just want to bring this energy to the forefront so as we can have a clear a look at it and a clearer understanding and overstanding as to why is it, a good majority of the chosen has gone through abuse. Some of you have been abused by your mother. We have dealt with karmic mother, and that is abuse. But we want to target a specific abuse. I want to target a specific abuse today, and that abuse has to do with male abuse, the male figure within your family abusing you, whether it be verbal abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse. Some of you have gone through where in which you have a cousin who have abused you, or a father or stepfather, or might be a uncle, or might be even a male neighbor, who your mom might be friendly with, might be a stepdad who your mom has been friendly with. And I just want to remind you guys that this is relative whether you're male or female, because male do get abused as well by male. This is a very sensitive topic. I do not take it lightly, because this is an issue that is predominantly penetrated throughout the chosen community by and large. Others do have experiences, but we are specifically dealing with the chosens as it relates to this father figure abuse. I was shuffling the cards and I was meditating upon them just as I always did, and I was just meditating and asking the Most High and the ancestors and the spiritual team to come through. I got two cards. The first card was the Six of Cups. We're gonna delve into them, and the other card was the Hermit. And these were my answers, because I was, this is a very touchy topic, and I was kind of like, I've been battling with this for weeks now, and I just needed confirmation as to the way forward. Even by me sitting here and decided that I'm going to do it, I still asked for confirmation, and these two cards came out. It is a very traumatic experience for the chosen. A very traumatic experience for the chosen, and it is a very unfair, dark place for anyone to be, whether you had experienced this when you're younger, when you were just a child with the Six of Cups coming in, or if you had experienced it in your adulthood. It abuse is abuse. So we have the Hermit coming in. So some of you, your parents or your family member trust this person totally over what, some of you have gone to your guardians and to express what is going on, or to express what you think is going on, and you've been shunned, you've been told like, you must be crazy. Some of you, they didn't even want to hear what you have to say as it relates to this experience that you have gone through. Some of you might have experienced where in which you might be, it's even your neighbor's father that you have gone, just to visit your friend next door, and this neighbor is trying to touch on you, and it's trying to, is doing some really crazy stuff, and you try to express this, and you were banned from going to see your friends. So we have a couple of cards coming out here. We have the Hermit, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Pentacle in reverse, the Two of Cups, the Star. We have the Four of Wands, and we're going to be clarifying these cards as we go about. And you know what I'm hearing also is that because of this abuse, that most of you chosen one have abandonment issue. You know, in a relationship, you tend not to, you know, what should I say, in intimate relationship, it has been a struggle for you. It has been a struggle for you, and rightfully so, because you were abused, you were traumatized, and you know, you were so young, or you know, you don't know how to deal with that. Some of you, listen what I'm hearing. Some of you, your parents, if you were with your living with your parents when you're young, or your guardians, they to this day nobody knows. To this day, nobody knows that you were abused. And this is sexual abuse. For some of you, nobody knows. This is something that you still hold down into your lower chakra, into your root chakra. And this is the device of the enemy to block your low chakra, so as to not for you to, you know, be able to tap into it, because your lower chakra is where your creativity is. Your lower chakra is where your memory is, your memory of who you are before you came here. And that is one of the reasons why the demons and the dark negative energies target the chosen sexually, to have that lower chakra to be blocked up. So we're gonna dive into the card. The first card, let me switch this around, because the first card was the Hermit, the Six of Cups. And you see, she is giving this girl, or he is giving this girl, and you know what? Some of you, I said she. Spirit is trying to show me that I have to include she as well, because some of you were molested, whether you're male or female. You were sexually abused by a female as well. She's been offered, this little girl is been offering a cup with all kind of goodies and stuff. It is sparkling and stuff, and the little girl is not reaching for it. She's very reluctant. And for some of you with this card, what I'm getting is that some of you were weaved in. You were pulled in by small little suggestion. Maybe this person, when you're younger, they brought you a nice little toy, might be a little nice dolly, a gift. You know, they kind of nice you up and pull you in little by little, until you find that, you know, they're holding your hands, or you might be sitting on his or her leg, because you trust this person. And some of you, as I said in the beginning, you did not have that sort of, a might be for some of you, a mother figure or a father figure in the home. So you embrace that, because it was something totally new to you. And you see where in which the family dynamics, even at a younger stage, is now balanced. Because for some of you, you yearn to have this sort of experience, because of your, you know, your classmates or your friends have both parents at home. So you embrace this, and you were so innocent and so pure that you did not take anything of it. We have the Hermit. And the Hermit usually has a lantern. It usually depicts a person in darkness with a lantern, with a light. And that lantern, you know, a hermit is an energy of going within, of going in solitude. And that is what I'm getting with this card. Some of you have gone within. Some of you have withdrawn yourself from that younger age. Even right up to this very point in your life, you are still withdrawn. You're still within yourself. Some of you make a deliberate effort to go out there and to change, you know, your perception, and to try to change who you are. But deep down, you feel as if you're just acting because in deep down you still have that sort of a non-trust issue, that the abandonment issue, because some of you feel as if those who you had gone to for help has also let you down with the Knight of Wands coming in. They didn't stand up and fight for you. They did not defend you. They did not make sure that justice been served for you. Some of you have gone to your guardians, whether your mother and father, and you report these people, and they push you aside. Some of these parents think that you are the one who is promiscuous, because you know some of us, when we were young, we tend to shape out and full out and look good at a very young age. And some of us, some of the parents, kind of start to eye you as well and say, you know what, that one is gonna give a bit of trouble, that one, you see how her breast is on and she her butt, I cannot get the energy. And they're prejudging you. And because they have prejudged you, when things starts to happen or the shit starts to hit the fan as it relates, for some of you, they tend to blame you. Especially the mothers, they tend to blame you because you're all fooled out and stuff, which is none of your fault. We have the Five of Pentacles in here, all alone, walking, distraught in the snow, cold, left alone, abundant issue. The Two of Cups is here. And this is where the union, when as an adulthood, when you're adulthood right now, the relationship, intimate relationship, because one is on land and one is in the water, and it's a bit of a struggle for you to come together with somebody and to trust that person. We have the Star here, and this is a bit of a naked picture as well, and she is pouring water in the river and on the land. So what I'm getting from this card is that, why would you want to pour water into water? And what I'm getting for some of you, when you were younger, you weren't getting that nourishment, you weren't getting that attention, you weren't being watered. You weren't watered. You weren't nourished. And I'm not talking about food or so, I'm talking about psychologically and emotionally nourished. We have the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands. And a lot of you have left this dynamics. Some of you definitely had run away. Some of you had us to go to live with your grandmother. Some of you had us to go to live with cousins. Some of you had totally just packed your little bungle and don't know where you're going and left. We have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, what I'm getting from that is like you're feeling as if, you're feeling hopeless. It's a totally dark energy, I'm getting depression. A lot of you have experienced depression. A lot of you had gone through suicidal energies. But I have the Nine of Pentacles here. Very fruitful, very prosperous. And what I'm getting from this energy is that some of you is just finally coming to the point where in which you can kind of open your heart chakra a little bit. But we're going to clarify these cards. Yes, the abuse was terrible. And what made it worse for some of you, that you were not supported by those who you had thought that would have supported you, that would have stood with you. And this experience, as I said, has locked up the root. Anything, if you have a plant and if the root is damaged, then the sacral chakra is going to get damaged, the heart is going to get damaged, the crown, the third eye. What the energy and the demonic energy and the demonic force try to damage the root chakra. attack the root chakra, so as to not for you to evolve into who that is it that you are called to be. So this is very important as a chosen one, to know the reasons behind you had was to, you experience this, not had was to, the reason behind you experiencing this abuse from this male figure in your life is to damage your root. Is to chop your tree down. As a matter of fact, your tree wasn't allowed to grow any at all, because as your roots, as your roots start to hold soil and start to develop at a young age, it was tampered with. And some of you, if you can look at this card, within the last card, Nine of Pentacles, you see all those fruits, luscious fruits, prosperity. Now your root is starting to take root and flourish now at this age. Some of you are actually going into your 60s. And it's just now feeling that kind of yes, I surpassed this and I'm getting over this. But this has tarnished your life. This has, what I'm getting also for some of you, this has you have experienced inconsistency, where in which some of you tend to go from one job to the other, because that energy of instability was planted in your soil. That energy of betrayal, that energy of abuse, that energy of non-support, that energy of destruction, that energy of instability. So some of you find that you tend to not stick to any one job. So let's use the cards here. What cards are these? I usually use the mystical goddess tarot card to clarify, and we're gonna clarify the Six of Cups with this lady here giving, this lady giving this child a cup, and this child is totally not taking this cup, and rightfully so. Compassion. We have compassion coming out to clarify the Six of Cups. This is the person, this is the energy of the person who tried to wheel you in as a younger person, so as for you to get comfortable with them, so that they can start, to do their evil, dark act against you. And compassion comes to clarify that. And this is what they do. They come in initially with a lot of compassion, a lot of care. They give, and some of them overgive, so as to win your trust. As I said, some of you don't even speak of this. Some of you were even in a relationship, a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Mind you, maybe you shouldn't have been in that relationship, but you were in a relationship with a guy, and you find that this guy is loving and stuff. And what I'm hearing, that some of you were even gang raped. I know this is a very touchy subject, and I feel your hurt, I feel your pain, because this is predominantly, the experience of the chosen. So we have to talk about it. Now, let's get back to the cards. It's the compassion, And I see a number 3 here. Some of you were gang raped by 3 persons. Anything else with the compassion and the Six of Cups? Yeah. Anything with the compassion and the Six of Cups as it relates to, oh my God, mother birth. And what I'm getting from this is that, as I said, the nurturing wasn't there. Some of you had experience with a female, not only a male, dominantly a male, who is abusive, but a female who had come in and portray a motherly energy that you gravitate to, that you were you need this sort of a experience, and this person abuse it. This person abuse it. Some of you, what I'm getting, some of you might not even necessarily be I'm hearing like a helper, like a maid, like somebody who comes in and help to take care of you when you were younger. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? And the Hermit has to deal with you being in seclusion. As I said, for you, some of you are totally shut down. Some of you just stop talking. Some of you just, even though in your life you find it very difficult to communicate with others, because you were totally shut down for many years. You know, totally shut down. Look what we have here. We have a void. There was a big void. And where is the void? In the sacral chakra, in the lower chakras. There was a void there. Some of you at a young age, you wanted your life to end. You were ridiculed for being an introvert. Some of you were injured. You were ridiculed and talked bad about. Why is it you don't come out and talk to? You're just into yourself. You just don't talk. Are you stupid? Some of you were even called stupid for not being sociable. And rightfully so, because you were abused. Sexually and psychologically. Some of you now have a relationship where you wish that you could have like a knight in shining armor coming to your rescue. And some of you take on a relationship in your adulthood where you are looking for someone to save you, which rightfully so, it is no fault of yours, but only to find out that it is you within yourself have to do the work in order to save yourself. And because of that, you find that your intimate relationships do not work with the Knight of Wands. This should be your guardians. This should be those who were supposed to protecting you, coming in, but they did not. They did not. Whether it was your mother, whether your father, or whoever your guardian was. Maiden of Clarity coming in to clarify the Knight of Wands. Maiden of Clarity. And what I'm getting from the men, you see this person coming in with a bow and arrow, swift on a bird, which is more faster than a one and a horse. This is what you wanted. You wanted swift action. You wanted justice. Some of you go to your mother or your father and you say, no, mom, dad, I don't trust this person. This person is trying to play footsie under the table with me and I don't like it. And they say, no. Where you get that from? That's a lie. And listen, this is some deep stuff. You because of that, you weren't clear as to the role that your guardians or your parents are playing. Who are these people? Are they the ones that's supposed to be protecting me? If they can't come in as a Knight of One with a one and a horse, come in swiftly as the Maiden of Clarity to protect me. I need your protection. I need your protection. I need you to be clear as to who I am. I am your child. I'm the person who you have, guardianship over. I need your support. I need you to believe me when I speak to you. You weren't getting that. So because of that, some of you felt like you were left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. You were left out in the coals. Some of you only have a little friend that you could talk to. And as I said, some of you chosen out there, you don't tell no one about this up to this very day. You don't tell anyone of this molestation, of this sexual abuse, and this psychological abuse. And you live with that, and that continue to eat on your root chakra and continue to fester and to damage your heart, and so your heart has become hardened. It is not green and fruitful and voluptuous and ripe and ready to love and to embrace. That's why you're totally in the hermit mode. This is a modern day card, and she is lifting up her laptop. This is the hermit, and she is just taking a peep, totally out of social media, totally antisocial, totally antisocial. And now you're feeling, so some of you feel like you've been left out in the cold, totally confused, totally confused. You have the high priestess, and the high priestess rightfully coming out, because as a chosen, you are the high priestess. And you tend to go through these experiences. It is to block you from tapping into it. They target your lower chakra. They target you sexually. Because once you are abused sexually, everything else shut down. It's an automatically switch that shuts down. Some of you start to not believing that you're worthy of love. You're not believing that you're worthy of love. Or if love does come in, you doubt it. You doubt it. And some of you have really sent away some really good persons who really genuinely love you. But because you have this issue, that you maybe some of you don't know how to deal with, or even not aware that this sort of a way that you are is stemming from your childhood abuse. Anything else before we go to the Two of Cups? Can we get anything else? Crown Visionary. Crown Visionary. The Crown Visionary coming in to clarify also the High Priestess with the crown. And the Crown Visionary, third eye is wide open, and he or she sees beyond the physical, with the High Priestess coming in. And what I'm getting for some of you, right, when you were in this situation or this experience, your eyes weren't open spiritually. You could not see, you never see your worth as a High Priestess. Some of you demonize yourself, call yourself dirty, talk like literally talk to yourself dirty. That's what I'm hearing. Talk to yourself dirty, calling yourself bitches and calling yourself hoes and calling yourself when you are not. It's just the feeling, the energy that is over you that makes you start to blame yourself for what is it that you have gone through. And it's hard to come into the realization that others genuinely love you. For some of you, you are married and your husband don't know that you have gone through this experience. Some of you are married, and as it comes on to sexual intimacy, you're reluctant. Listen, it's a very deep energy, a very damaging energy, an energy that creates a very deep, dark, and wide void within you. And even so, if some of you are taught to be tough. And looking at the Two of Cups, it's like this love coming in for you that, some of you have turned away, was basically medicine. What I'm hearing just now is that for some of you, for the females, for you chosen goddesses, you turn away men. You turn away men. For some of you female goddesses, in the past when you were younger, you were promiscuous because you thought yourself nothing but to be promiscuous because of the experience that you have gone through. So you did not feel your worth. You did not hone your worth. You thought that you didn't deserve anything better than what is it that you have gone through. So you settled. Some of you settled. And you don't realize that you deserve much more than what is it that you have been settling for. Why is the Two of Cups here? Crown of Resurrection. Crown of Resurrection come to clarify the Two of Cups. It's going to take some counseling for some of you, and rightfully so. It's going to take some chakra clearing. It's going to take some right burn and releasing. It's going to take some Kanga work. It's going to take some spiritual bath. Continuous counseling. It's going to take some time for you to relearn to love self. Because given that you have gone through this experience, and now you have called yourself all kind of names, because you're blaming yourself and you don't love yourself, it's going to be difficult for someone to come in and to embrace you, and for you to genuinely believe that this person is worthy of you. You know, we have the Star coming in, and this is a naked woman. This is a naked woman pouring water into the river and on the soil. Not realizing that she should be nurturing herself. And for some of you, your parents and guardians did not realize that they need to be nurturing you, not the relationship. For some of you, your mother have some boyfriends. What I'm getting, some of you, your mother had some boyfriends who was actually more interested in you than the mother. And you had was to take yourself away because your mother thinks that you were the threat. The Star, with the Star coming out here. Why is the Star here? Why is the Star here? I'm going to take this card. It tries to come out. Fruition. As I said before, some of you, especially as it relates to the chosen goddesses out there, some of you mature really quickly. She's voluptuous, you know, very filled out in every area, very looking fruitful, you know, looking good. And this is what some of your guardians see as it relates to how you look, and they demonize you and they blame you when you have nothing to do with how is it that your body is formed. And this can also be for you chosen gods out there. Four of Wands in reverse. Some of you ran away from home. Some of you just totally disappear. Ecstatic union coming out. Ecstatic union coming out, and it came out in the reverse. For the Four of Wands, that is also in reverse. Ecstatic union. Some of these deep, dark, negative energy, as I said, they're more interested in you than your guardians. And some of them actually enter the relationship because they know that you're that you're in the family. You were a target. You are a target coming with all kind of nice things to give you and to sweet you up with the false compassion. Five of Cups. You know, some of you run away. Four of Wands. Let's get some more on the Four of Wands. With some of you moving away. Some of you left the city, moving to some, countryside or going up, star coming out twice. And when energy send a card twice, it's saying that I mean what I mean, that you are the star. You definitely are the star, the Palladian star goddess. And this is relative whether you are male or female. Just know, and why I do these videos, as I said, I had readings with people who have, who have gone through this and expressed this to me. And I know the collective, when we do these sort of readings, we get to see that, you're not alone, that there are others out there, especially the karmic mother that we did the other, I guess a month or so ago. We get to see that there are others out there, so we don't feel alone. It's unbelievable. Five of Cups. Some of you even had suicidal denial. She's all alone. This person's all alone in a raft, in a boat, not paddling or anything. Snakes all around, in the dark, on a lake or in a river, just lying there. Coming to clarify the Five of Wands. Expression of loss and not realizing that there's 3 cups behind. This is a 5 of Cups. And some of you is dealing with a water sign, or you yourself is a water sign. Some of you are in denial. What are you in denial of? You're in denial that you're the star. You're in denial that you are indeed the high priestess. You're in denial that, you're worthy of love, of companionship. Some of you think that you're spiritually dirty. Listen, regrets, blaming yourself. As I said, suicidal depression, clinical depression, bipolarism. I'm getting as well, bipolar. Some of you are diagnosed with having bipolar depression. Because of all of that you have gone through, which is a lot that wasn't it wasn't dealt with. Some of you resort to substance abuse. Not all, but some. Empress. I'm telling you, in denial that you're an empress, that you're a high priestess, that you are the star. Can't afford to let the enemy win anymore. The intention of the enemy is to have you dormant, to let you not to rise into the inner standing and the overstanding and the actualization of you being who you are, the high priestess, the star, the empress. To have you have that continuous void within you, even at this age and time that you're in. And that is what the enemy purpose is, because you see, the enemy is scared of how, of what is it that you came into this existence with. The 9 of Pentacles. See, you're standing all around abundance psychologically, emotionally, abundant in your health, in your knowing that yes, in truth and in fact, I was targeted by the enemy because of who I am, which is the star. Let me try to find a way to move forward and to embrace who I really am, and to know that I am worthy of everything that is pure, honest, true, just, lovely. That is I'm worthy of everything that increases me, that makes me become the best version of myself. I'm worthy to choose whatever makes me feel good and happy without caring what nobody else has to say or think. I'm worthy of loving me and putting me first. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Look at this. Boundaries. You have set up healthy boundaries. You're worthy of setting up healthy boundaries to protect yourself. And because others when you were younger, didn't protect you, you set up some barriers. You see some barriers. Listen, you have set up some barriers. Nothing can penetrate them. You have set up some barriers with your chakras, with your heart especially. Nothing can penetrate it. Yes, set up healthy boundaries. But sometimes, little by little, just break down those walls a little by little, but still incorporate healthy boundaries to protect yourself. Because rightfully so, one has to protect themselves, protect them and protect their energy, protect you. Look out for you, stand up for you. Know that you deserve, if somebody coming into your life, you set up healthy boundaries. But yet, in addition to that, you deserve a balanced love. You deserve a nurturing love. You deserve to be resurrected from what is it that was buried deep down inside of you. In terms of the guilt, the shame, the disgust, the unworthiness that you feel. This might not be for everyone. Anything else on the sacrifice? Sacrifice coming in to clarify boundaries with the Nine of Pentacles. And some of you did. I made a video that called Sacrifice. You are a sacrifice gone wrong. And indeed, you were a sacrifice gone wrong. Some of you, as I said, this negative dark energy wanted to make you to do this, to have you, bounded, and to have you in a perpetual cycle of depression, and some of you isolation, some of you suicidal, some of you disgust with self, some of you not thinking that you're worthy of having the best. But then what I'm getting from this card is that the sacrifice needs also to be made for completion. We have at the bottom, for completion of a cycle, for the completion of this that you have gone through. This is very traumatic. This is evil. There is no words to explain this experience that you have gone through as a child, as a young adult, as a teenager, whether you're male or a female. It is very difficult to move forward. That's why some of us has to get, some of you have to get professional help to move forward. Because you see, you did not have the support. But just remember, before we close, that the Most High Divine Mother and Father is with you always, even until the end of the earth. And these people who have done this injustice to you is going to pay or start paying or has paid. Because no evil go unpaid. Righteous equal judgment and balancing of scale for the chosen who have gone through all traumatic abused. Anything else before we close? Temperance. Temperance coming out. And this is Spirit asking you to be patient with yourself. Don't put too much expectation of yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. You have gone through a whole lot. Even if you're 60 going on to 70 right now, still harness that patience and that love for yourself. Because you deserve it. You deserve all the best that there is. With Nine of Pentacles coming in. You know I love you. And if anything here resonates, please sure to leave a comment so as others can see that yes, we are here. We have gone through. We're still going through. We're still here to support and to give you our stories. And to make you come into the inner standing and the overstanding that you are not alone. You are not alone. I want you to leave this reading with knowing that you are not alone. Welcome to this tribe. We love you, we support you, and we appreciate you. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and walk good.